Who is this guy? Cal Valley Shuckers. Controversy in the NorCal Fantasy Football League. Who is this guy?
Ooh. Hey, Chief. Woohoo! Hey, this should be your call. Woo!
Woo!
All right. Giants, welcome to the NorCal Sports Network on a night where the Giants lose to the Cleveland / Indians, Guardians. Look at that. That's a blanket, baby. Still in its original unopened state. How much is this worth someday, you think?
In about 100 years, probably.
Dang. Had some chips again about a half hour ago. As soon as I start talking, catch me right in the throat. All right. Tough game tonight. Giants go back
we don't call them the Guardians on this show, right, Dan?
No, man. Hey, I'm old school. Let me show you some of my old school stuff here. Hold on here. Old school. Where did it go? I got to call my wife. She took it out. Hold on. Carry on, guys.
Sure. But, here comes the incoming Redskins and Indians.
You're going to show us a doll of Jobu's rum in the Indians clubhouse? Remember that dude? You never mess with Jobu's rum. This is not very nice.
You're crazy, MF.
What is he saying?
Emptying the bag on Puka.
Bora is not able to make it tonight. He's swamped with school. Good kid. College first. Studies first.
Right. Good deal.
All right. Get that college courses taken care of.
Is that what you're gonna do? Are you gonna empty the bag on Puka, Dan?
I'm going another blanket.
Yep.
Hail to the Redskins. Hey, this guy Cool Breeze, Eric is speaking our language.
Let's see.
How's that jersey shirt? Huh?
There you go. I'm a Giants fan, but rooting for them to lose so they can fire Cap. Yep, that's kind of what we've been saying.
Well,
you know what? It's so bad. It's so frustrating because Dan, we love this team, right? We want this team to succeed, but it's the way that they're being led is just like, can you guys handle another 4 years seriously of Farhan Kaplan?
I think if they did that, it'd be what do you call it? Even when a politician makes a big mistake, political suicide, that would be organizational suicide for the Giants because so many people can't stand Kapler and Farhan. Not so much Kapler as more as just the Farhan is kind of the way they're constructed, the way they play ball. It's just boring. It's hard to watch. It's, different players every night. Look at the Cleveland. They didn't mess with their lineup. They threw several lefties against Mania out there. They didn't, they weren't like trying to stack the lineup with right-handed hitters. They just play their guys. And that's what fans want to see.
Most of the teams do that.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So
I was trying to think of a Bay Area manager or coach that the fan base disliked intensely. Dennis Erickson of the Niners. I don't think Jim Tomsula was very much respected.
No. But you
still didn't dislike them. I think it has to do with it's not just the manager or the coach in this situation. It's
Kelly.
Both of them. It's Farhan and
yes,
Kapler.
It's both.
It's doubly. It's like if you had one was okay and one was not okay, then maybe you can kind of live with it. But it's like when both the president of operations and the manager, that's tough.
I mean, you can kind of see it. Fans who understand Farhan and Kapler can kind of see that they're both kind of joined at the hip. You know what I'm saying? It's not like one isn't necessarily devoid of the other. They're two peas in a pod right now. So
Chip Kelly, yeah.
Chip Kelly,
another one. It's a good one, guys. Yeah, all seem to be Niner coaches.
Yeah,
there was a few Warrior coaches I wasn't too crazy about.
Yeah, I wasn't crazy about the Mike and Montgomery.
Yeah, good call. Good call.
Wasn't, yeah,
right.
And
straight college coach.
Yeah, even what was
Baron
the guard?
Davis.
What was the guard they used to have, that college guard that was head coach? I think he played at Indiana. Trying to remember the guy's name. He was coach of the Warriors. Not Mark Jackson.
I kind of like Mike Singletary. I was hoping that he would do well. I liked his fire.
Yeah, his fire was great. Yeah, Dave Cowens was bad for the Warriors. Boston Celtics.
Oh, good. That's great.
Mark Graves put that one in there. I thought there was a guy that coached at Indiana that was a point guard at Indiana that became the
Scott Styles?
No, his name's on the tip. Keith Smart. There it is. I was on the tip of my tongue. I couldn't. Keith Smart. He wasn't a good coach. Yeah. I mean, the best coaches they had was obviously, first was Al Attles, and then, Don Nelson was a great coach, and then really Steve Kerr. I mean,
yeah.
Okay, here real quick. Oh my gosh, I got it ready to go to here. I'm getting ready to go here. Yes, Giants left 7 on, went 0 for 8 for runners in scoring position, and now we got good old Robert Rothberg. Gosh, why?
Oh, I thought you said you were getting ready to go.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to go right here.
As you
at
moved,
least Mania
you kind of wiggled in your chair. Do it again. You said you were getting ready to go.
Yeah, getting ready to go. Here we go. Yeah. At least Mania showed he deserves another start. Hey, where was this newfound confidence in someone who had a 5 ERA?
There we go.
He had a 5 ERA coming into today's game. Why aren't you showing that same support behind Stripling? I seen the last couple of nights you've been getting after Stripling because he wants to come out against the team. He just wants to air his grievances, which a player should be able to do. But you seem to have an issue with him because of his stats. I saw you say, "Oh yeah, he's got a 5-something ERA." So why does he have any room to complain? But now you're saying, "Hey, Mania showed he deserves another start when his ERA is still sitting above 5." So please explain yourself. I want you to explain yourself. I don't care about the wins. The wins mean nothing for starts. For starting pitching, wins mean nothing.
Yeah,
ERA will mean something. ERA means something.
Record's not that great.
Exactly, but the ERAs are very similar. So come on, Robert. What's the difference between Mania and Stripling? Yet you want to give Mania the run, but you want to say, Stripling, he's talking bad about the organization. He can go. What's the difference?
Yeah, and I'll say this. There was a time when Stripling was pitching well middle of the season, and what did they do? They just kept screwing with him. They never gave him any consistency. He'd start one game and he pitched well, and then he's back in the bullpen.
It never caused controversy. No, you know who caused the controversy? The organization. That's who caused the controversy. They signed Stripling to be a starter. What do we hear from the very beginning? We got 7 starters. Who was one of those starters? Stripling. But they kept dicking with him. They put him in the bullpen. It sounded like from what Los was saying when he was listening to the Toronto Blue Jays broadcast, that they mess with his mechanics. So come on. Controversy? Let's not start with controversy. Stripling all he is doing is telling the truth. He isn't going out there throwing people under the bus. He's just going, hey, what is my job here? You guys signed me to be a starting pitcher, and I'm not being a starting pitcher. So what's the deal? That's not controversy. Farhan's off season and Kapler's managing, that's controversy.
Yeah.
Preach.
Yep. And he said he's going to opt in, which controversy in the NorCal Sports Network Fantasy League? No controversy. We don't have any controversies here in the land. Anyway, hey, if anyone was listening last night and took Los's comment about selling Tyreek Hill for a true $100 outside, that was all a joke.
It was all jokes.
All a joke.
Apologies. It was a bad joke.
No one. We're not doing that. We wouldn't allow that. You might get suspicious if all of a sudden you see Tyreek on my team from Los, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Thanks.
Yeah, not right before I play him. Boy, I'd be screwed, man.
Oh yeah, exactly.
I trade him to my competitor this week.
Yeah,
See, look, everyone thinks that's Will B goes, Dan, how much did you pay for Romo in that last trade?
I didn't even offer it.
I was the one that did it. I was the one that said, hey, Dan, how about this?
Yeah, he needs a receiver.
I need a better receiver.
Yes. Algiers, he's benching.
I got 2 good quarterbacks. I mean, could I have held on to Garoppolo and traded him for something? Yeah, I probably could have, but I'd feel confident in Burrow and Lawrence. I mean, why hog on to another quarterback when someone else may need him as a backup? No big deal. And Algiers, he had a great first week, but when Johnson starts going, he's going to have minimum time.
Yeah.
Heroku
so
in
check
the
this
chat.
out, Go ahead, Dan.
Oh, he's putting that up there.
So I thought about this before coming on the show.
We might have to hide that trade. Just
So I want everybody to think about 5 guys that you definitely want to see on the opening day roster for 2024.
Okay.
And 5 guys that you definitely want off the roster for 2024.
Ooh.
So let me start with who you want on. I think it's pretty simple on who the current roster. You can only pick 5 guys to definitely come back. I would think the pretty much consensus would be Bailey, Schmidt, Webb, Doval, and Estrada. Maybe Estrada is mixed for Matos, but I think those are a safe bet. Solid 5. You definitely want back.
Only 5. We can't do 7.
Yeah, because I got 5. Others. I got others.
I wanted to make it a little bit harder, but I think
we're going to have the same 5 then.
No, I think we might be. I don't know. You might be on the same line.
On the keepers.
Yeah, exactly. Like 5 guys that absolutely can't be touched. They're going to be on the roster, barring injury, opening day roster next year. I think where we're going to disagree is who are the 5 guys we want off the team. Like, I don't want them on the roster. I don't want them near the organization at the start of next year. Think about that, everybody, and put it in.
That's going to be tough.
Yeah, 5 guys you want on, I think is pretty easy. Estrada is going to be the one that's going to be maybe switched out for somebody else. Maybe Ramos. I know Dan loves Ramos. I do
Flores.
Too. Man, I know. If you keep Estrada, you gotta have Flores.
Okay, hold on, because you're talking Bailey. He's a rookie, so you talking rookies as well?
Yeah, whoever's on the roster now.
Gotcha.
5 guys that absolutely they're on the team.
Okay.
And 5 guys off. I think off the top of my head, 5 guys that I definitely don't want to be here next year. It's no mystery.
All right, I'm going to give you. Yeah, I'm going to give you my 5 right now. Who I want definitely on the roster next year.
Give it to me.
First, Slater. Love that guy.
Come on.
All right. Okay, here we go. 5 guys. Only 5, huh?
Yeah, it's tough.
Only 5.
Come on, Lowe's. 5? They got – all right. Webb and Duvall. Bailey.
I'll meet you halfway. I'll go 6.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
I know because 5 makes it harder. You got to keep somebody off.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you 6.
All right. Bailey.
6 guys, everybody.
I got Webb and Duvall and Bailey. That's 3. 4, Schmidt. 5, Luciano. 6, Matos.
Okay, here we go. You ready?
Ooh. Estrada is off Dan's roster.
Yeah. Webb, Harrison.
Oh, I forgot Harrison. Oh, forget. Let me change that.
Hey, good one, Eric.
Changing Harrison.
So Webb, Harrison.
Hey, Eric, good one. Hey, I forgot Harrison. Shit.
Yeah. Bailey, Luciano. Oh, I'm at Schmidt for 5.
You can go 6. You can go 6.
Matos.
Screw this. There's 9 men on the field. We're going by my rules. 9. Because Screw this. I'm not leaving Harrison off. 9. I got 9 on and 9 off because I can go 15 off. So
I could go 15.
Oh man, I got vetoed real quick. On
that. 9. You just got vetoed. 9. Okay, here we go. I'm going to start around the horn. Bailey, I'm going to start on the mound. Webb, Duvall.
Just to get Harrison in there.
Harrison. Got to have Harrison. There's 3.
Oh, man.
Bailey, 4. 5. Luciano. Or 5. Schmidt. 6. Luciano. 7. Matos. 8. Ramos. 9. Estrada.
There you go. That's good. Can't
That's
argue with that.
I want to go young.
I'm not changing the 6 guys to get off the roster. That's not happening.
Oh, I can go a lot more than 6 to get off. Here you go.
I know, but let's keep it at 6.
All right. Only 6?
Only 6.
Why not 9? Okay, 6. All right. 6 off the roster.
I'm writing mine down as we speak.
Well, most of the pitching's probably going off the roster anyway. But definitely the guys I don't want to see again next year. I'll start with Slater. 1. I'll say J.D. Davis because I think you can get something for him. 2. I didn't put Flores on, did I? My roster. I didn't.
No, you didn't. He's gone.
That means he's.
And you upped it to 9 and you left him off.
That means he's gone. Gone.
No,
you have to get rid of him.
It's just who you want. Who do you want?
Who do I want off? I wanted him on, but I'd like to keep him as my 10th guy.
Kept him in your 9.
Well, I want the young guys on. I'm tired of seeing this old. I might as well I'll just trade Flores. He's got value. I'll trade Flores and Davis, and I'll go younger. I figured Craw's off the roster just because he's
gonna retire
or move on. Yeah. So guys who I don't want back: Slater, Jock.
Mm-hmm.
There's 2.
Yep.
Haniger. 3. Who's in that outfield again?
Conforto. You want him back?
Yeah, to me, he's a roadblock. But
yeah, roadblock.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
right.
4.
You're missing a big one.
Yaz. Is that the one?
He's not. He's big, but he's not as big as the one I'm thinking. And you can't stand him either. Think 70s music.
70s music
is a hint.
Night fever.
You're about to do it. Disco, man.
Disco.
Oh,
Disco.
Well, I figured I forgot about him, to be honest. I honestly did. I forgot he was on
I
the
know.
I know.
Yeah.
He's forgettable, but he's definitely off the roster.
Oh,
Disco for sure. Yeah, just get him off, please.
I was trying to play charades there.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Yeah. So
I like that, Lou.
I like Wade.
I like Wade too. I like Wade. I like Flores. I want them back. Don't get me wrong.
I'd like to have Flores back. I'd like to have Wade back. You know, they would be good role players. You know, those are the kind of guys that, in my opinion, even Estrada falls into that category of a guy that's not an everyday starter, but he's a valuable player to have, and he can fill in the lineup for a week or 2 or 3 when somebody's really hurt. But I would prefer an upgrade.
What do you think about that? Just kind of a little bit going off here.
I absolutely love Mike Trout, but
I got it up there.
I would be a hypocrite because
he's
guys,
damaged goods.
I'm not a fan of 32, 33-year-old players that have a lot of mileage on and making big money. So I'd be a hypocrite if I say I want him.
How much is still on his? It's still a lot on his.
He makes a ton.
Yeah, I know he does.
Oh, he's way too much. You'd have to give up nothing to get him. I mean, you can't give up much.
He was a special player.
He was.
There's not a lot of value there, in my opinion, anymore.
Right.
Yeah, he was so dominant. I still want Roberts from the White Sox in center field. I want a masher like that.
You need a masher.
Yeah.
What do you think would be the best thing to do, Los? Leave the ballpark, A, B, or C. Leave the ballpark exactly as it is. B, move the fences in, especially in right center, create a new wall that's lower, creates more home runs, or C, as Senior suggested, move home plate forward 10 feet,
great idea.
Which would not mess with your outfield construction, but you'd have to move the foul poles in. The lines would change, and you'd have bigger, foul territory. What do you think? A, B, or C? Leave it alone. Change the outfield structure by creating a new wall, moving it in, or C, move home plate forward 10 feet.
I would personally go A, leave the ballpark the way it is, only because the Giants have proven they cannot get free agents here that hit for power to take advantage of the park being moved like that. And B, they can't seem to draft players that can hit the ball out of the ball.
This Eldridge looks like he can hit.
Whew, yeah, he does.
But as long as the Giants continue to not be able to sign free agents and develop their own power, if they move the fences, the opposing team that comes in seemingly is going to have an advantage. Remember, it's going to affect them too. So their balls are going to go
but don't you think that like tonight, Sable hit one out into right field, and then he hit one up against the center field wall? If the fences were in 10 feet, that's a home run. What about if the fence is, instead of being looks like almost a 9 to 10 foot wall, why not just a 7 foot wall?
I agree.
That can make for some excitement, some great catches. They're a boring product, and you don't see a lot of unbelievable catches like you do in most ballparks where guys leap over the wall and pull one back. It's too high of a wall, except for where the bullpens are. I kind of like the idea of B, of creating a new, but it messes with the construction of the ballpark. I understand, but I think if you really want to attract hitters that make the game more exciting, that you got to have, you're not getting Ohtani, forget it. You didn't get Bryce Harper. No star's going to want to come here and have his home runs diminished by 15 a year.
I tell you what, maybe all you have to do, and Senior mentioned it, and I remember when they did this back in 2021, when they hit over the most home runs, I think, in the entire major leagues, right? They closed the archways.
Yeah, they closed the archways.
That's all you have to do. And then the park plays smaller. And then if you constantly do that, then, maybe you attract those guys because you can see that you can hit the ball out of the park. It's another thing that they probably need to do. And I think Bora put that out, and we mentioned this in the past too. Have the lights do something crazy have some theatrics to it. I'm seeing some other ballparks. If you want to bring some excitement that's not field related, that could, at least pump up the fans a little bit or something.
It's a dead crowd.
Can you highlight Robert Rother's last comment? It might be one of the best comments he's made.
This one?
That one.
This one?
Robert, let me tell you, I have been preaching this for a long time. I want the Giants to zag while the rest of baseball zigs. In other words, baseball is infatuated with the home run and power. But what do I always say on this show? 220, 230 hitters, but 30 homers. What if the Giants just had a change of philosophy? Their ballpark is perfect for line drives, speed, and athleticism. What if they started drafting players just like that?
Yeah.
So what? They don't hit 30 or 40 homers.
Like Pete Crow Armstrong?
What if they have 9 guys in their lineup that the worst hitting guy is hitting 250? What if they got a bunch of 280, 290, 300 hitters. And they're playing baseball the old-fashioned way. I'm not saying they'd be the 1980s St. Louis Cardinals where they're stealing, bases left and right. I'm talking about speed and athleticism. You know what? That would bring people to the ballpark too, because for everybody that loves a homer, people love triples too. That's the most exciting hit in baseball in many cases.
People love speed.
Yes.
You know what's another?
Travels. You know what? Ned Coletti said that. Speed travels. It travels in cold weather, warm weather, on the road. It doesn't matter. So let the rest of the league get these Kyle Schwarber, 35 homers, hitting 198. Let the rest of the league do that. Let the Giants have pitching, speed, and good hitters. And good defense. Please get good defense, because speed helps with defense, especially in the outfield. Am I right?
Yes.
So I have this big guy that's hitting 35 homers, but he's about as good in the outfield as Pat Burrell. You're going to give up a bunch of runs because you're slow as hell too. So Robert Rothberg, that might be in your top 3 comments that you've ever made. Good job, buddy.
Yep. Hey, and you know what? Hey, Los, think about this. If you had a lineup that's a bunch of 280 hitters plus, what do you think the stats of hits with runners in scoring position would be?
Exactly.
Yeah,
they would be able to second and third. They would get runs home because they would get a hit, or at least they'd put the bat on the ball and get a sacrifice fly. So they're not going to get 5, 6, 7 runs the way everybody wants to see it. Oh my God, the Earl Weaver way, right, Dan? Walk, single, 3-run homer. Okay, that's today's baseball. I'm telling you, the Giants will never do this. But just me, if I was Farhan and this was my team, I would have a meeting and I'd say, look, guys, we need to change it up. Our ballpark plays to speed and athleticism. Let's stop going for power. I'm not saying get a bunch of Mecklers. I'm saying get guys that can hit maybe 10, 15 homers, 20. But they're good hitters, man. They don't strike out as much.
Hey, look at that. Robert went from the GOAT to the hero that quick. Pretty
hey, I like that comment, Robert. I mean, you don't got to agree with me to like the comment, but I like where you're thinking.
That's the problem, Nick J. I think what's happening is they're not developing guys to be 275 plus hitters with speed. They all want these guys that just knock the ball out of the yard. That's
maybe this kid McRae might be one of those days.
Grady McRae, love him.
Not
That's
Grady.
Your guy.
Needs to get the batting average a little bit up.
What's his name? What's the kid's name? McRae from the Giants system? Grant McRae.
Oh, Grant. Yeah. Sorry, I said Grady.
Grady. I'm like Grady.
I'm thinking of Stanford and Son. Grady.
Yeah.
Grant McRae. I've liked him for a while.
Let me look at their top.
That's what we do on here, Nick. We have a good time. We're always throwing out something out there.
Let me look at his prospects.
Sometimes it's, fun.
Hey,
sometimes
Nick, that's spot on, man. I mean, you don't have to agree with me, but I know everybody loves power, but
how about this Walker Martin?
In the league does that.
This Walker Martin kid they drafted out of high school in Eldridge. They might be some guys. Rainer Arias, but these guys are 3-4 years away. Yeah. McRae's a year or 2 away. Reggie Crawford, that's a guy that can maybe hit with some pop. Yeah. I don't know of anybody else in their system that really is.
Honestly, their system is up now. Right now, the current batch, the guys who they've been developing are up. Luciano, Matos, Bailey, Schmidt.
Are we going to see Luciano this year, you think? Do we see Luciano in the next week?
Didn't they say he was going to have a 9-inning game in Sacramento?
I thought he was going to be playing soon. Let me look at Sacramento.
I think they said he was supposed to be playing a 9-inning game.
They lost tonight 8-1. Let me look at the box score, see who was in it.
Now, see, Eric, this was a chance, like we talked about at the trading deadline.
Luciano played. He went
to move some veterans and get some guys in AA or AA that maybe have this potential to hit 280 to 300 with some speed.
Right. Oh, Dan's got something here.
Luciano had the night of nights.
Oh, not the golden sombrero.
4 for 4 with 4 Ks.
Yikes.
0 for 4 with 4 Ks.
Well, that's rough. Well, it's his first. It's for his first AAA game in a while. So
Ramos 1 for 3, 3 strikeouts for Ramos.
Damn, they must have faced a good pitcher. Who'd they face?
Nick J, spot on, man. We're thinking alike. Get one bopper, like get a solid number 4 hitter, like a Hoskins of the Phillies. He's a free agent. I know he's coming off of injury. It's kind of hypocritical, but you can get him for a reasonable price. He is a proven power hitter in the number 4 spot. And you surround him with a bunch of speed and a bunch of 270, 280, 290 hitters. Woo, Lord have mercy.
And this is what we've been saying the whole time. We got the young guys up. Actually get some free agents who are going to complement the young guys who are going to come up. Rice Hawks is a perfect example. Cody Bellinger would be nice, but I think you're going to block outfield. That's the issue. Giants have a lot of outfield depth that they can use for young guys. But Luciano has that potential. He has that potential to kind of be that all-around guy, the speed, the power, the defense. He has that potential. Matos.
And if the worst guy in your lineup is like maybe average-wise is Bailey hitting 250 or 260.
Oh, my gosh.
But he brings what he does to the table defensively. I'm telling you, I don't want 210 and 220 hitters on this team anymore. I don't. Yeah. It's a big ballpark, and if you use it right, that's a big outfield, man. Think about it. What does the right fielder of the opposing team always do? They play the
right center. Yes. They play in Triple Valley.
Yeah.
So if you had line drive hitters with speed, whether they're right-handed and they go the opposite way or left-handed and they pull the ball down the line.
Yeah, can we get a guy that can pull the ball?
That's a triple. Yeah. That's a triple if they hit it down the line because the right fielder is all the way in right center to protect that gap.
Yeah, I don't know why we can't get any guys that hit it down the line. You get guys that hit it down the line in, what's that one? Yankee Stadium, 309, right? Right field,
down
something
right
like that, or 290, 290.
Yeah, it's tiny.
Players do it all the time. How come the Giants don't have any guys that can hit down the line?
You see, I do have enthusiasm about the Giants. I do love the Giants.
Yeah, when we talk about what our
ideas, the last few days, I've been hard on them, but it's again, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but you know why we're hard on them. I would love to have them. Man, please, somebody get me a meeting with the owner of the Giants. Please get me anybody out there that has any connections. Please let me talk to Greg Johnson. I have a very loud voice, so I know he's 89 and maybe has a hard time hearing, but he won't have any hard time hearing.
I got Larry Bear's card.
Yeah. Oh, hey, set it up.
I will be writing to him at some point when the season ends.
Let me shoot the idea to him. Let everybody else in the league go for power, and here come the Giants. Oh, their team batting average is 2. Hey, do we have the stats of team batting averages? I think the Braves probably are leading. Would it be safe to say the Braves?
Yeah, I think so.
I'll pull it up right here.
I'm gonna guess. I haven't cheated. Their team batting average is about 274.
Oh, did you see that tweet that Dan sent out from Codify talking about the baseball teams that have had the least amount of 3-game losing streaks? Baltimore has only had 2 losing streaks that were at 3 or more. That's incredible.
Baltimore and Milwaukee are being slept on.
Batting average.
Look at my boy Arias, 348.
That's incredible.
I love Corey Seager. Corey Seager would have been he would have been a great Giant in this ballpark.
Let's see. What are we looking for?
Team
batting average. I don't know how.
I guess we can go to. They don't put the.
They don't put the leaders.
They do somewhere. Let's pull it up.
I remember us putting it up.
Let's pull it up here.
Text Bora. Tell him we got some homework for you.
You know who else I love, guys?
Here we go. Team statistics.
There you go. Team batting.
Hey guys, you know who else I love? But he's having a little down year batting average wise. Is Chaz Chisholm of the Marlins.
Oh yeah, but he's been getting hurt a lot too this year.
Come on, Los.
I know, but
how close can you get?
Man, I'm good, man. That's why I'm in mortgages.
And look at Texas.
Where's the Giants?
Ooh, I will
say 251.
You're gonna say 251?
What's your take, Eric?
I'll say 241.
I'll say 240. It might be in the 230s. I'm wondering.
That's what I'm wondering too. That's why I kind of went.
I'm going to say 239. I think it's 244.
Oh, look at that.
What is it? What?
What were the? You went 2 underneath me.
Oh, I see. Because I wanted to get into the 230s.
Where are we going? We're 248, 247.
I said
241.
Wow.
240. I win by going under. Winner, chicken dinner. Yeah. You went one over. I went one under. Did you say 241?
I said 241.
I said 239. Wow.
We were off by one each. I was higher, you were lower.
At least I got the Braves right. Man,
wow.
I was giving the Giants too much credit.
And you were one under too, Los. Perfect. That in the price is right, you win.
The A's are hitting 225. The Yankees are hitting 225.
That's
wow.
Crazy. I know, that's crazy.
That might have never that might be a first, the Yankees hitting that poor.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Okay, keep it right there. Keep it right there. The Colorado Rockies have as friendly a hitter's ballpark as you can't draw up a hitter's ballpark better than them. Look at their batting average.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Because all of baseball is going for power and not batting averages. Look at their 308 on base percent. Look at their on base percentage. 308 is pathetic.
And the slugging should be through the roof, and it's not even 400. Look, 390 something. I think he has to drag it over a little bit.
See, and the Giants got to do it in the farm system. When they draft a player or they have players in their farm systems, their coaching staffs have to say, "Look, I know you have some power, but I want you to be able to have this approach. Gosh. I want you to be able to hit the ball the other way. We're going to have batting practice where all you're going to do is hit the ball the other way. We're going to teach you how to do that, and we're going to teach you how to choke up with 2 strikes and put the ball in play. It needs to be taught throughout the whole farm system, but that's a pipe dream. It's not going to happen. It's not.
Man, is that right? If you scroll up, do the Braves have 281 home runs and 813 RBIs?
Well, Matt Olson hit another one today.
78. Yeah. Wow.
Matt Olson has 52 homers, I believe. He's making a run for MVP.
Did you see Acuna hit 37? He's at 37 now. Seems like he's hitting one every damn day.
He's probably going to win it, but Olson's is kind of getting close. I think he's a bigger threat than Mookie Betts is. 279, 52 homers, and his RBIs, man. RBIs.
And unfortunately, that's the sad truth of baseball. You know, the average is down, but runs are up because everyone's swinging for the fences.
So all those teams that are at the top are hitters' ballparks, except the Braves. I don't think they're a hitter. The Rangers is a launching pad. So is Fenway. So is Houston, Toronto.
Baltimore not so much. Yeah,
Baltimore is kind of Camden Yards is kind of middle of the pack, but all those ballparks are hitters' ballparks. The Giants Stadium is not. Oracle's not a hitter's park, but it could be if you have the right lineup in there and the right type of hitter up there. But who am I? Set the meeting up with Larry Bear.
I think Dan's got some trades going on over here. I can see him tapping away. He's got some trades going on. He's always at work. Yeah, see? He's always at work. Oh, that's great.
GMs never sleep, man. The aggressive ones, they're always working, man.
Yeah, I'm thinking I may have to, I don't know. I'm debating what to do with the.
Will be. He rejected my trade. Man.
Oh, but the Braves is a hitter's park, senior? Huh. I didn't think it was that much of a launching pad. I mean, they got the hitters to making it look that way.
Take a look at MF. MF said he's going to empty the bag on, what's that? Puka? Is that his name? He's going to empty the bag. I think there's a little there's gamesmanship there.
Yep, there's some gamesmanship going on there.
Absolutely.
$2.
Week 1 and you empty the bag. No way. Come on, MF. You're smarter than that.
Can you scroll that down, Danny, back to the Giants? I want to look at something other than their batting average. Please.
What do you want to see? They're right.
Okay. No. Go back to going abroad. Yeah. So
you can see Giants there, so you can see a little bigger.
So their slugging percentage is 392. Their OPS is 707. Their on-base percentage is 315.
Yep.
And I thought the Giants taught patience. Isn't that what we always hear? That the Giants take a lot of pitches and they force that's their philosophy. They force the starter to throw a lot of pitches and hopefully get to the bullpen. The problem with that philosophy is bullpens are so deep nowadays, you're getting a guy that's throwing 102 in the 6th inning. So that they probably shouldn't do that philosophy. You see a good pitch to hit it, damn it. 240, 315 on base percentage. 50, is that the number to the left of their batting average? Is that stolen bases? Is that stolen bases?
Yeah, 50? It is. 50.
Okay, so yeah,
slow.
It is.
Look at that. They're the worst in the National League.
So Scott Fowler, if you're in here, and we talked about the Giants being a good team versus an average team yesterday. They don't have power. They can't hit for average, and they're slow. I mean, remember you threw numbers at me. Please put your glasses on, take a look, because those are some numbers for you. Those are some analytics for you. Low batting average, no speed, and no power.
What's up, PK?
Average power. So it is what it is.
I just pulled my savings and 401k for the waiver wire.
Who said that?
Will Martinez.
Oh, man. Send your 401k over here. No, you're under 59.5. That won't work.
Yeah, good. Very true. DeShot 316. Acuna has more stolen bases than the San Francisco Giants.
That's pretty good, huh?
Wow, that's bad, man. Hey, just listen to the Los's philosophy. Get some hitters, line drive hitters in here. Nobody less than 250, and they'll be all right. You'll have not only a team that's about to barely make the playoffs, you'll have a contending team for a world championship. Oh, and get some pitching. I did say get some pitching.
Yeah.
I've just kind of heard through the grapevine that pitchers like fast outfielders. They go. Yeah. Did you see that guy for the Indians tonight?
No. The Cubs. I sent you that tweet. Pete Crow Armstrong. You see that?
But that dude for Cleveland,
Straw. Oh, Straw. Yeah, Straw's really good.
Went and, see, that's what speed does. If that's an average center fielder that hits a lot of power, but hits 210, those are all hits. He tracked them down. That's the formula that has won the Giants 3 World Series, guys.
So real quick, what time does that the waiver wire complete? Is it 2 a.m.?
It's usually completed sometimes even by 12:30, but it depends. I think it's about 1:30.
Yeah, I'm debating what to do here. Do I want to do anything on the
by the way, Dan, your $20,000 is safe. You don't have to give it to Rothberg for running the table.
Oh, that's right. Thank you. Thank you. I could not sleep last night after I told him that 20 grand. I was like, what the heck did I just do?
You were stressed out for 24 hours, buddy.
Yeah, I was so stressed.
It's okay. Robert's come back to earth a little bit today, so we're all good now.
Yeah.
That's okay,
until tomorrow. Until tomorrow when the Giants win again. Oh, man.
Run the table. I don't have to fork out 20 grand. Woo! Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Let's see. They process waivers at midnight. Rosters are reflect about 10 to 30 minutes later. Got it. All right. I don't know what I'm doing. We'll see.
You know, if going back to getting rid of guys, if you get rid of Yaz, Slater, and Haniger, and those are 3 outfielders, you better hope that Matos and Ramos.
I got some rain here coming.
Up.
Yep.
Well, I'm hearing rain.
Uh-oh. How about you, Lowe's? How are you doing?
I'll be right back. I got to check it out.
All right. You got the thunderstorm showing up here soon there, Lowe's? You good?
Yep. I'm about an hour away from Dan, about 60 miles.
Yes, this is the place to come to vent. Yes, absolutely.
This is the channel where we pretty much tell it like it is. We're not homers. We'll pat them on the back when they deserve it.
There's a difference between being a fan and a homer. We make that distinction.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my goodness.
God, I've been hearing a lot of the day that the Jets just have a curse on them. Their franchises. Curse.
Oh, I saw that clip. And I sent it to you guys. You guys probably already saw it, but I was like, ooh. Yeah. Looked like a rubber band just went boop. It was pretty bad. Everybody hashtag run the table.
Yeah, grilled cheese. I don't know if they can trade Haniger either with that contract. So
I don't know, man.
They might be stuck with him.
Yeah, they probably are. And it's just like
I'd love to see what he could do healthy.
Yeah.
He's not a bad player. He put up a couple of good years.
That's the problem, staying on the field. You got to be able to stay on the field to put up numbers. And if you can't, well.
Did he went on the IL the first time because he just got hit by a pitch, right?
That's like fluke. Yeah.
So that was kind of a fluke.
But the beginning of the season wasn't when he was out the first month with a damn
He was already banged up in spring training.
Yeah, he had an oblique coming out of spring training. But
yeah, I'd like to see what he can do. He's not horrible. I like him better than Yaz and Conforto and Slater for sure. But if
promise me, if I make rational comments, you'll still yell at me.
Robert, come on!
Come on! Oh man,
Robert's good. Robert's good for the show. We
he is. Yeah,
we need to have some positivity, even though it might be a little bit.
But they'll run the table yesterday. Though. Woo, that one was rough. That was rough. Yeah, Patrick Bailey coming back tomorrow. Yep. Yeah, Bailey will be back tomorrow, so Bart will be down. I'm sure Conforto's coming back soon, so that means Matos will probably be down. So we'll see what happens.
I got no problem. I got no problem with Sable coming back next year too. I like Sable. I liked him in spring training. He's for a guy that's played pretty part time. What's he got? 14 homers now.
Yeah, 14, I think. Yeah.
I like Sable. The first time I saw him take BP, I got there early, and I like guys that just spray the ball.
And you got to remember, he went from didn't he go from single A straight to the MLB? Isn't that what he was? I don't think he even got the double.
I don't know where he came from, and I had never heard of him before.
It was a Rule 5. Dan, did they get Sable?
I never heard of him before.
When they got Sable, was he only at single or double A before he came?
Double A and had a little bit of triple A.
A little bit. So this is his first major league experience, which is,
Yeah, he's had a good year.
Yeah.
13 homers, learning the catching. So
he can come back for sure.
He's definitely in their plans. But see, the thing is, he may not be with the big club next year because he's going to have options.
Yep.
And so they're going to go, if Farhan's here, he's going to be up and down. I would just, work with him off season, and I would be prepared to make him your DH,
Who would court him? Senior? What organization would want him?
Well, I tell you what, did you see what the Mets did today?
Would want who?
The Mets, they picked up Daniel Stearns as their president of baseball operations.
Oh, you know who I'd like for the Giants? Mike Rizzo from Washington. They may get sold. He may be possibly out. Rizzo would be a good GM. He's the guy that made the trade for Soto that got all those guys to start rebuilding it. You know, he didn't. He held out for what he got like 5 players. And he knows how to build a team.
A lot of teams would take Farhan, huh?
But Daniel Stearns, he's the one that built up the Brewers.
Brewers, yeah. Yeah.
Robert with another good comment. Wow, what's gotten into him?
Oh my God! I think maybe because I yelled at him. Maybe I got to yell at him more.
Hey, you're drinking that Los juice, man. I like it.
Yeah, man. I had a gift for you tonight. I thought you were going to come on and I was going to. So, yeah, that was a good one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Hey, you know what? People forget Robert's old school. He goes back further than Dan and me. So he's seen some real good Giants baseball in the past, and none of it had anything to do with platoon, right, Robert? You've seen some of the best.
No, it's not David. I think it's Daniel
players.
Stern. I'm pretty sure it's Daniel. I could be wrong.
Damn.
I can already see the wheels are turning there. Oh, what is it? Uh-oh, I didn't see the deal. Gonna have to go back and.
I can't show you the deal.
Oh my gosh! Hey, everyone, make sure you guys hit that like, please.
Yes, please. Eric L seems to think that Robert's intelligent comments tonight are attributed to alcohol.
Robert drinking tonight, yes.
Hey, it could very well be. If that's the case, cheers, buddy. Keep drinking.
That is true, travelers. Travelers, yes, Farhan and the owners have. Well, maybe the owners, possibly the owners, have screwed this team.
Hey, what's the name of your team, Will Martinez? What is Will Martinez's name?
Go buck yourself.
Okay, Will.
Dylan Dan.
I got something for you, Will. This actually involves your guy right here.
What is going on? Oh my gosh. I better go look and see what the hell's going on in here.
Ooh, did you see that?
I was looking there. I saw it was on there. I saw it was on top.
Who?
J.A.
Let's see if I can.
PK man, I love that
trade.
Justin Verlander makes more than the whole Oakland A's roster does. I love that they rocked him. Love it.
Wait, what?
Absolutely loved it. Good for the A's.
What did the A's do?
I said Justin Verlander makes more than the entire A's roster, and they rocked him tonight. Great. Love it.
They showed a stat in
I love when David slays Goliath.
He's given up a lot more home runs with Houston than he did when he was at the Mets.
Yeah, him and Scherzer have been.
Scherzer had a good outing today, though. He left a little bit early with some.
He got hurt.
Yeah, it was just a tricep spasm, so I don't think that's anything big.
Is Blake Snell a free agent?
Yes, he is. He's going to get a lot of money. He's going to be the Cy Young.
For Dan.
I think. Did they say he's going to be the
going
first?
To the Dodgers?
Yeah, he probably is. Didn't he say this would be the first player to win a Cy Young in an American and National League?
Hey, Justin, I didn't have bad draft picks. Don't give me that. Justin says I'm trying to rig. How can I rig?
No.
How can I rig fantasy football when I am just making suggestions or trades and other people have the right to either accept or reject?
Yes.
And by the way, just so you know, I drafted Brandon Ayuk like 30 slots higher than he called for in the draft.
Good pick. He's going to have a good year.
And he wants to trade him to Los.
On a hunch.
You got to remember, Dan is playing the bad guy this week, so he's got to do everything he can to maximize.
Exactly.
His
point. Right now I'm favored.
Yeah. So is Bora.
Was he?
Oh, I'm not even looking at that crap because it looked like I was gonna be dead even with Truck, and I got my ass handed to me.
maybe I'll drop some of my guys so I look like I'm gonna lose.
Hey Eric, I had like 146 and my tight end scored.
What do we got here, Will?
Uh-oh.
Look for Goddard.
Will, come on, Will.
Oh my God!
Will, when you said cost me the farm, what do you think I am? You think I just was born yesterday? Come on.
Oh my God!
Come on.
Do it.
You guys want to hear this trade?
Fowler's in here.
You want to hear this trade? Listen to this trade.
Hey, I like what Scott Fowler said. Hey, man, we agree. Money isn't going to fix the problem. Hey, spot on, man. Spot on.
Will, if you're going to make deals, we got to do things that are realistic and that are not just like slam the phone down as soon as I look at this. Listen to this deal. He wants to give me Diggs and Lazard for Ayuk, Devontae Smith, and Derrick Henry. Like, well, I'd have to be almost in a coma to accept that.
Derrick Henry might. I don't wish injury on anybody.
But I'll send you. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, Derrick Henry has got a lot of miles on those tires. We'll see. Who's got his backup running back?
Is this fake Robert? Fake Robert?
Oh, I do.
Senior says this is fake. Might be fake.
Is this
Robert?
fake Robert? Oh, don't say that. I hope not.
What nights do I drink, Dan? That's the situation. I'm up late and I don't drink. So you'll.
Hey, Eric, did you see Robert?
But I'm going to send you a counter. I'm going to send you a counter, Will. Will, I'm going to send you a counter that I think is good for you.
Robert is 73, Dan. 73.
In January, he'll be set.
Wow.
Hey, did you?
I don't think I had that much of an effect. You give me much too much credit there, Robert. But I hope I got you to see the light.
At least we're talking. We're talking.
Yeah. There you go. That's before you can complete any deal, you got to get that communication.
You got to have talk. We're having dialogue back and forth.
There you go. It's like the SALT conference.
Dan, what was the name of the stadium before? God, why am I going blank on this? I should know this. Before Candlestick, the Giants played at
Seal Stadium.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Robert, did you ever go to Seal Stadium?
No, he's in New York. He lives in New York.
Oh, he's not in the Bay Area.
No, he's a New York guy.
He's up at 121.
Oh, that's right. That's right. He does say he's 3 hours ahead. That's right. That's right.
I wonder what.
I love New York, man. That's some great food. Whew. Went to the Giants-Yankees game out there a few years ago.
That must have been fun.
I did like Fenway, though, a little bit more. I'll be honest. A lot more history. Well, I went to the new Yankee Stadium, so.
Oh, Rounder, haven't seen you in here before, but welcome. Says Giants need star players, not rookies hoping to be good.
The problem is they're not going to come here for whatever reason.
That's the issue. That's the issue. We've kind of kicked around with the ideas, maybe, but
I mean, you can name all the reasons. We've gone over them on this show many times before. California taxes could be an issue.
The ballpark, the organization.
The city of San Francisco is not exactly its best days right now. The ballpark doesn't conduce to great statistics. But I like Eric's point that he made months ago. If you sign like you're 28, 29, and you sign a 10-year deal, like who cares? Like this is your home for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
Like you're worried about the next contract. This is your last
exactly.
contract. So what are you tripping on about the statistics unless you're just like thinking, oh, I'm going to try to make the Hall of Fame?
Exactly. That could be the idea there.
Yeah, they do need star power, but
here's the issue. The issue is though, Rounder, is the Giants to make those trades. It's got to be at the right time. For example, last year, all of the prospects weren't really playing very well. So when it came time to the trade deadline, when you tried to get Soto, Giants were weak in that department. The Dodgers are always strong, and that's the issue. When you having a really good draft does more than just help the team for that specific player. It gives you that capital to go after and get those trades. And I think that's where the Giants have failed in these last few years, to where you got to be able to identify the guys you want to keep, but you also got to have guys, hey, this is going to be good trade bait to get that star that you may not be able to sign as a free agent. They just haven't been able to do it.
So, Robert, you were born in 1950, which means that the Giants left New York to San Francisco shortly after you were born. Am I right on that? I'm trying to test my history.
No, they left in 58.
Oh, so he was 8 years old.
Actually, they left after the 57 season.
Yeah, after the 57 season. Yep.
So maybe Robert was a huge Giants fan. You had 3 teams out there at the time, and he still loved them even when they moved to San Francisco. Could have easily went over to the Yankees or to Brooklyn came out here shortly thereafter with or the same year came out to LA with the Dodgers. That must have been crazy in New York to have 3 baseball teams.
Yeah. How about that? That must have been
how crazy were those days?
Well, that's the deal, because all baseball was East Coast. They didn't start coming out West until, like you said, the late 50s. So everything was coming on the East Coast.
You remember I asked Ned Coletti, like, Bronx Tale or Goodfellas? You remember what his answer was?
He said
Goodfellas.
He loved Bronx Tale.
Bronx Tale.
He loved Bronx Tale. There's a lot of reference to Mickey Mantle in that movie. It's a great movie. If you've never seen it, you have to watch that. It's a phenomenal movie. Bronx Tale. Robert De Niro, Chaz Palminteri. There's a lot of arrivederci, chattare in that.
There you go.
I bet.
Oh man, yeah, documentary, the Ken Burns baseball, that was good.
Oh, those are great.
Yes.
Yeah, the interviews are fantastic. I love them.
Hey, Nick J, that's spot on. I did see that like many years ago. The Mets took blue from the Dodgers and orange from the Giants.
Look at that. Robert was born in 51. That was a good year to be born. The shot heard around the world. There you go. You were only a few months old at the time, but still, you were alive during that time. That's awesome.
You had Willie Mays, Duke Snyder, and Mickey Mantle patrolling center field for the New York teams.
Is that awesome?
If I could go back in a time machine and go back to seeing baseball in that era, I'd have loved it. Those were superstar baseball players.
Yep, they sure do.
I'd have loved to seen a Koufax versus a Mays matchup 4 times a day. Jesus.
Could you imagine?
You know who wore out Don Drysdale, Dan? Willie McCovey.
Yep, he sure did. He sure did.
Try to get that fastball by. You couldn't get a fastball by Willie. Couldn't. He had to fool him. He was on everything.
Oh, there he goes. Nick J talking my language here. Cold War. Yep. It was only a few years old at that time. Yep.
That would be an interesting question. If you could pick one decade that was the best decade in baseball, what would it be?
Oh, man. It's probably
I would go
I would say 50s or 60s.
I was going to say 60s myself. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, 60s. Is Dan thinking or falling asleep? Thinking. Thinking tonight. Last night I was falling asleep. There we go. I love the 60s. The 70s were pretty cool too. Even the 80s are great.
Hey, Will Martinez. I think Baby. I think he went to that new ballpark last year, if I'm not mistaken. I think.
Hey, go check out a game. Will.
I think he went there. Go check out Baby.
Did Rangers win again tonight in Toronto?
They did.
Wow. Yep. How did Seattle? Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard real quick. Let's see what's going on, because this is now we're getting into where scores matter. As 2 months ago, we were.
It was just kind of.
Yeah, so let's take a look at as Vince Scully says, time to look at the Farmer John out-of-town.
Do you remember
scoreboard
when the White Sox wore shorts?
Yes.
For a uniform.
The out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Farmer John.
Spencer Stewart, the 1979 We Are Family Pirates, is one of my favorite non-Giants baseball teams of all time. I absolutely love that team. I was 12 years old. Love Willie Stargell, man. I love the stars that he put on the Pittsburgh Pirates hats. The more stars you had, the better of a player you were. Loved it.
Pops.
Omar Moreno. Oh, man. Dave Parker.
In some news of who cares? Wow, who just thought would be a who cares game in
that's a who cares.
September, Yankees, Red Sox. Wow.
I know. Is that weird? Man.
Yeah. Royals, White Sox.
ESPN will still put them on.
I know,
ESPN
exactly.
will still put them on the game of the week.
Look, we're getting to the games. The first 3 games, 1, 2, 3, 4, all meaningless games as far as playoffs.
Well, is Red Sox kind of in it, maybe?
Nah.
No.
Orioles are 91-53.
Whew. Yeah. Oh, cool. Braves, Phillies lose. Wow.
Yeah. I think there was a doubleheader, though. I think the Phillies.
That was yesterday.
Oh, that was yesterday.
They split yesterday.
That's
Reds win. Big win there.
Winning
Rangers, yes. They passed the Blue Jays by a half game. Giants get help from the D-backs, or I should say from the Mets. Yankees, Red Sox. Is that a doubleheader sweep for the Yankees? Who won the first game? I didn't even.
Red Sox.
Yes.
Oh, no, Yankees did win, yeah.
Wow. The Yankees win. And who cares?
Dan, is it going to be hard for you to get out to Giants D-backs next week?
No, I don't think so. Not the evening game.
Tuesday night's easier than Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
We'll talk.
Brewers beat the Marlins.
I said, watch the Brewers. Look at that pitching staff.
Yep.
2 hits. The Marlins got 2 hits.
Twins going to
Beat
make
the
the
Rays.
playoffs
Wow.
as division winners. Another who cares.
Another who cares. Another who cares.
Oh, the Astros lose again. That moves
Well,
the Rangers to within 1 of Houston. Could the Rangers come like running away with it?
Storming back.
On their face, storming back.
You know what the
Cubs
odds were on that Astros-A's game? Man,
wow, this is going to make the standings interesting. Ooh, the Mariners won, so that pushes the Mariners, I believe, and the Blue Jays in a dead heat. Let's take a look at look at the Dodgers. All right, let's take a look at the standings now. This should be really interesting in the national.
The Cubs have missed out on an opportunity to really pull away.
Look at this. 2 games up on the D-backs, 3 on the Reds. Giants are now in 5th. Miami tied. So you look at Chicago, the Diamondbacks could catch them. The Cubs, if they would have beaten the Rockies, would have been a half a game behind the Phillies for the 4th spot, which is 3 home games. That's an interesting race right there. I mean, this is this Cincinnati from Arizona to Miami's fascinating because it's for 1 spot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, anything can happen. The Cubs could choke and fall out. But let's take a look at the American League and see that's getting really interesting. Look at that. Half a game separates 3 teams and only 2 get in.
Yep.
So who's going to be – and you know what? Houston could fall out of it. They're only a game above the Rangers. So that means they're a game and a half from falling out of the playoffs. You can play 2 games and be out.
Yep.
So this is the prediction that's going to be tough. Throw Houston in there, because if I go to the divisions standings, look at Houston right here. 1 game and 1.5 over the Mariners. Loss column, even. Houston and Texas. So who of the teams, Houston, Texas, Seattle, or Toronto, is the odd team looking from the outside when the last game 162 is played? Make your prediction.
Seattle's my team to make it to the World Series from a week ago, so they're in. I think Texas is the odd team out. I think they're falling. They got maybe the worst pitching of the group.
They've been
they've been winning.
They've won 4 in a row.
Yeah,
they've turned it around.
They have against the tough teams, the Blue Jays.
They get their third base.
I'm not betting against Boch. I'm not betting against Bochy
either.
Who am I going to bet against? I'm not betting against Dusty.
Josh Young's coming back this week too. He's a big hitter in their lineup.
Oh, that was the third baseman.
Yeah, he's coming
Toronto.
back. Who was the 4th team, Dan?
Toronto.
I'm sorry. Now, I don't have any faith in Toronto.
I think Toronto's going to be the odd man out.
You think it's going to be Toronto?
I think so.
I agree.
You know who's going to beat up each other for 6 games, it looks like, is Seattle and
Texas.
I'm going to say Seattle's the odd man out.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Who does the what does the chat say?
I'm seeing Seattle. They have a tough schedule. Grilled Cheese says Toronto is terrible. Scott Fowler says Houston has the easiest schedule. Spencer says Toronto or Seattle.
Yeah, I'm going with Toronto out. Even though
I think Toronto is out.
Even though I said Seattle. I'm going to stick with Seattle. I think
Toronto.
And I'm just thinking with my head, my heart. I mean, not my head. There, I'm not.
Now last time you picked with your heart, you picked the Giants to make the playoffs.
That wasn't with my heart. That was actually
go with the head.
That was actually a little bit of thinking that Luciano was playing, and that they were
go with the head this time.
Now who's the out team in the National League? Who are the three? Well, who's the winner? Who's the three wild card winners in the National League? Here's the. Let's pull it up. Okay,
for sure, Phillies, Cubs. It's going to be that last one. Whew.
I'm going
Phillies, Cubs, Marlins.
You going Marlins?
I'm going with the Marlins. I like their pitching.
See, I said the Giants are going to get in there. I don't know though.
It's so close. I'm going to say
Cliff. Very good, Cliff. I was thinking that too.
What's
Reds got the easiest schedule.
I was going to say the Reds have an easy schedule. Exactly.
Yep. I'm thinking Reds.
Yeah, but as much as I like the Reds and their youth, I think they might get tight down the stretch, being so young. So
they're getting some guys back.
I think the Reds have a great future. They're going to be a really good team next year. But for this
Nick
stretch,
Chicago chokes it away.
Ooh. Whoa,
let's take a look. You know what? We're getting to the point where we can actually look at the schedule.
Yeah, we were looking at the schedules too. I think Cincinnati has the easiest.
All right. We're playing, and then we're going to wrap this up as soon as we finish this. We're today the 12th, so the third. Let's look at Thursday and see what the schedule looks like.
Who's pitching tomorrow?
New series. Giants start a 4-game with Colorado and Colorado. Toronto still finishing that 4th game with Texas. Arizona's got a 4-gamer. Whoops, I hit something wrong there. Arizona's got a 4-game series with the Mets. I didn't realize they're playing all the way through Thursday.
Good matchup, Kelly versus Senga.
Okay, so let's look at Friday and see. Cincinnati's still finishing up with Detroit on Thursday. That's still a 3-game. Let's look at Friday, then we'll know that's the same through Sunday. Atlanta's at Miami. That's tough for Miami.
Tough by Miami, yep.
Cincinnati's in the Mets. At the Mets, that's winnable for the Cincinnati at least. Yep. Should win 2 or 3. Who's the other team? Arizona?
Arizona's playing Chicago.
Oh, whoa. 3.
That's going to be.
Jeez. So look at that.
Chicago could. I mean, if Arizona goes on a tear, Chicago could drop off a bit there.
So could Arizona. Yeah, Chicago got beat 3 out of 4 against them. So let's take a look at on Monday. Any games Monday? None. Tuesday. Chicago's at Washington, so they should get healthy.
Miami.
Who's got New York's at Miami?
Miami can make up some
Tuesday.
Could.
Giants and D-backs.
That's going to be big.
Minnesota at Cincinnati. And
look at the matchup for Tuesday night. Oh, I'm going to that. Kyle Harrison and Zach Gallen. I'm going to that.
That's going to be a good one. Yeah.
I'm going to that.
Did you see that on there? Where?
Yep. Down below. Go scroll back down.
Right
there.
Oh,
that's the great night we get to go to.
Oh, Dan.
You guys going to go live from the park?
We might have to.
Wow. Hey, what's funny is me and Dan will be wearing Giants gear, and the Diamondbacks are going to be looking at us like, damn, Yastrzemski just hit a home run, and these guys are not cheering. What's going on with that? It's going to be like a gentleman's You know, like yay.
Giant celebration after their walk off.
The people sitting next to us will get the lowdown about why we think what we think. But no, that'll be a fun environment. Yeah.
It's 1:36 a.m. My last comment. I'm picking the San Francisco Giants. There you go, Robert. Okay.
All right, Robert.
Surprise. I would have
have another drink. I liked you when you drank better.
You guys got to put a sign. We're Giants fans, but we're rooting for the D-backs.
Hey, is Will Martinez still in the house?
Cliff Martinez is in there.
Wait. He's going to wrap it up.
Live show from Chase Field.
You hear that this time? He's going to wrap it up again. Oh, he's wanting your something call?
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
All right. I thought he was going with the Kapler Speedo, so I cut the show.
Yeah, he cut it off. I'm sitting all ready and everything. I'm like...
Yeah, I cut the show. I thought I was going to get Kaplered again.
Hey, Cliff Martinez will drive from San Diego to meet up with us, Dan, if the Giants are close.
Okay, Will's here. Nice. Okay, Will, get ready. I'm doing I'm putting this through my analyzer brain, getting ready to send you something. Going to give you one shot to stay relevant in the league after losing Rodgers and J.K. Dobbins. So you need what I'm about to send you.
Damn. Gosh. Zach Gallen is nasty.
He is.
Giants
he kind of had a little bit of a hiccup there about a month or so ago, but he's coming back strong.
He's nasty.
He is, and he always gives the Giants fits.
Oh, man.
I don't know. I think the D-backs will definitely win that first one at least.
Hey, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to wear my Montreal Expos hat.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
I always get love when I wear that.
Dan is about to offer me a lopsided deal. Hit the waivers. Yep, that's tonight. Is it only one night a week where that happens?
Yeah, every Tuesday night.
Every Tuesday.
So, Will, this isn't lopsided points-wise. Yeah, it's lopsided in your favor.
We'll see.
But I'm hesitant whether I want to do this or not.
You know what they say? Your first guess is usually the best.
I got to study this, Will. Be ready. It'll be to you there by 11
I think you're right, Scott. I think you're right. I was looking at that too. Cincinnati's got a better schedule, but you never know. Watch out. You're getting an Eric deal. Yeah, I had no issue with that deal. I really didn't. Not really. I needed a better wide receiver. And I got some running back depth. You know, they ain't great, but I got depth.
Let me see. I got to get back to this.
The only thing that sucks is having to wait for so long to get these damn trades done. I hate how long it takes.
I know.
The time frame from when the trades, because you guys ain't going to be able to get it done until Saturday, right before.
Who knows? I think we can get it done Friday. We can get it pushed through if it's agreed to, Fantasy. Okay.
If Danny could, he'd do 3-team deals in fantasy. Oh man. Who did I get? I got who did I get? Dobbs was the guy I wanted because I think he's going to be good. I'm not going to complain about that because freaking Kirk on my rosters, he's going to just suck. He's gotten buried in the depth chart, so I'm going to pick up Dobbs. The other two running backs are like no, but what was the two running backs, Dan? I can't even remember their names. Harris, I think, and
Damian Harris,
and I can't remember the third guy. Jackson, yeah.
Starter right now.
Oh, there it is. Yep. Algier. I don't care about Algier and really Garoppolo. I got Burrow and Lawrence, so I'm kind of happy there. Algier, like I said, I don't think he's going to be playing at the high level, I think, after the next couple of weeks. Once Johnson starts pouring it on, he's going to lose some.
Who drafted Rodgers? That is
Algier got almost.
Will Martinez
got as many snaps as the rookie did.
Yeah, I know.
They
said they were going to do that. They said they were going to ease in Johnson. So that's why I was like, okay, I could probably afford to get rid of
Algiers. Good. Algiers good.
Yeah, he's good. I got Cook, though, so I replaced him with Cook.
Which Cook?
From Buffalo.
Oh, James?
Yeah, James Cook.
I was disappointed in him. I got him on my other fantasy team. I thought he was going to get more touches.
Yeah, maybe more. We'll see on the next one.
Yeah, it's game to game.
Yeah.
Josh Allen did not look good at all.
That's what I'm thinking. Maybe he gets a little more.
He was forcing things. A lot of big quarterbacks did not look good week one.
Week one was kind of – and Joe Burrow, they said he didn't play any preseason because of that calf injury. So
I think that calf is bothering him a little bit more than –
maybe.
I wonder if he could have an Achilles issue coming. That calf – remember Kevin Durant had a calf issue?
Yeah.
And they kept saying calf, and then boom, it snapped. Rodgers,
calf bone is connected to the Achilles bone.
Yeah, Rodgers was out. He played through it, but he had a calf issue in preseason camp, and I just think that is. How do you spell this guy's name? Hold on just a second. This is driving me nuts. Okay. All right. So everybody wants to hang on for this deal.
The trade?
Send Will Martinez as it's being.
Matthew, Will Martinez drafted Rodgers. He also drafted Dobbins. So he lost in 1 week. He lost his RB1 and QB1. Tough.
So he doesn't have a QB other than who's his QB?
I don't know who his second QB was. I'm trying to remember. So Will is dead. Yeah, maybe.
Let me look at his QB. He's got Will Martinez.
I don't know what I did to deserve this.
He has Russell Wilson.
That's what it was.
Russell Wilson's done.
And now CJ Stroud once Rodgers went
Stroud. Yeah, you need some QBs, man. You need QBs. In a 2-quarterback league, you need 2 good QBs. So I'm going to help you out, Will. I'm going to help you out here and get you back going in this league, Will. Because you don't want to be out this early. 2 guys out for the year. Did you just drop them off?
He said Jared Goff proposal incoming from Dan.
Maybe.
The silence is deafening.
We talk a lot about the National League MVP. Who's the American League MVP? I just looked up Julio Rodriguez's stats, and he started slow. Trust me.
He's on fire now.
Julio is hitting 287 with 30 bombs and 36 stolen bases.
What's Corey Seager doing?
Put him in Oracle Ballpark. You think he'd struggle? You think he needs to move the fences in? That's a superstar.
Sounds like a loan shark.
That's a superstar.
Oh, man.
Who's the MVP of the American League?
What's Corey Seager's numbers, by chance, if you have it?
He's missed a lot of time, but he's having a hell of a year.
Yeah, he is.
He's hitting about 336.
Ooh.
He's got some pop. I don't know if he's got enough at-bats to be MVP.
Right. Let me see.
There it is. He put it in the chat.
Oh, where we got? Christian Watson and Goff for Diggs has been proposed by Dylan Dan.
Hey, Cliff, what do you know about Lolo's, man? You know about them chicken and waffles? Hey, that's spot on. That's a good spot.
That's a good deal for you, man. I'm helping you get into keep you relevant again. You replace Goff with look, you replace Goff for Rodgers, which is pretty close. You then replace Watson for Diggs. That's a downgrade, but you got to give a little bit because you're getting a quarterback. And then you're getting you got your running back. You got the running back White from Tampa, right? Yeah.
Those are solid stats.
You see that, Los?
Yeah, Corey
wow.
might be he might be a part of it.
Jeez.
He might be in the running.
What's his stats? 337.
337, 30 home runs, 88 RBIs, 398 on his OPS, over 1,000.
What was Julio Rodriguez?
Let me look.
Just type his name up there in the corner.
287, 36, and 30. He's killing them on the stolen bases.
Yeah.
Hey, I just remembered who the American League MVP is. We forgot about him.
Who's that?
Ohtani.
Oh yeah. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, probably.
Yep.
Probably.
Nice try, Corey and Julio.
Nice. Duh.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci.
What's Matthew saying? You guys are playing trade rape point guard right now. Way to kill the trade analysis. Yeah.
Yeah, he did turn into a player in Houston. It's amazing.
It's not a fair trade at all.
Amazing when he leaves San Francisco, right, Eric?
Yeah. Hey, Los, you talked about that. All these players who've left San Francisco. Mike Tauchman having a decent year in Chicago. Dubon having a great year in Houston. Who was the other ones? I can't remember. There was someone else they were talking about. He's having a decent year too, and I can't remember who it was. But yeah, former Giants having decent careers in other locations. Maybe because they're playing every day.
Gary Sanchez was hitting some homers for San Diego.
Oh yeah, hitting bombs. His average, but he's hitting bombs. Yeah.
If he rejects that trade, I'll just go ahead and keep my deal. I'll keep going with Christian Watson. He will become a guy that gets you 18 to 25 points a game when he starts getting 2 to 3 TDs. That guy's a TD machine, Christian Watson.
You know what I want to know? Did Seager make more money on his Texas contract than what the Giants offered Correa? Because
yeah, probably
he did. For sure.
He got 30. He got 10 years. I think he got 300 for 10 years.
350, right? Or was it 325?
Okay, the Giants offered Correa
350, 13 and 350.
So okay, here we go. Who's a better player? I mean, forget about the whole ankle injury that Correa had. I mean, just up to that point, and he was a Dodger.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Giants saw him. Seager's a perfect guy for that ballpark, and they went after Correa for about the same money.
Hey, how about this?
Seager maybe wanted to get out of California, but man, I'll take Seager.
And how about this? Farhan has dealt with Seager too, so you think there would have been some type of relationship? God. Maybe he knows.
All right. Well, let's see. What do we got in the chat here?
I had Jimmy, Eric. I don't have Jimmy no more. Well, soon.
Yeah. Get involved with Seager's mind-boggling. Yeah.
I think
it will be. There's Dobbs.
9 and 40. That's not bad for a part-time player, man. He's around a winning environment, playing for Dusty Baker.
All right. Well, while Will contemplates that deal, let's see if we hear from Will before we get off the air.
Oh my gosh, this is great.
Is he coming back with none of those 3-4 guys for one?
Yeah, Will, you're holding up the show, man. Pull the trigger. Some of us got things to do. Come on, man. Pull the trigger. I'm here waiting around on the show to see what you and Dan do. Come on, man.
Here it is.
Uh-oh.
Here it is.
Jesus.
Here we go.
Go buck yourself. Just told me to go blank myself. No.
I love it.
Oh, that's great. Oh, let's end it on comedy. Why don't we? That is awesome. That is awesome. Stephon Diggs and Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, that's good.
For Devontae Smith and Derrick Henry. Oh,
that's great.
That is hilarious. Aaron Rodgers, so I can just collect him on my oh gosh. Good one, Will.
That's good.
I got to give you props on that one. Oh man. All right, we're going to play games. We're going to end this thing right now. Okay. So anyway, let's get back. We'll call it a night. And,
T-shot, accept.
Yeah.
Another show in the books. Glad you guys came. Make sure you hit the like button, please.
And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button.
And please bring people to the channel. We love all you originals, but we're always looking to expand.
Yep.
All right, everybody. Will Martinez Los wants no part of this fantasy nonsense. Laughing out loud. Yeah. All right, we said we'd be off by 11. Kept our word. Arrivederci, Cinciare. We'll be back tomorrow night. Giants have a day game tomorrow. But we'll come back tomorrow night. Probably about, I'd say about 8:30.
Go 8:30? Okay.
Yeah, 8:30 till about 9:30ish.
Somewhere around there?
No, yeah, that's good enough. Call it a night, everybody. Have a good one. See you, Will. Got another one coming back to you.
Rush!